In Zimbabwe, the chances of finding a person driving a brand new car are almost the same as the chances of finding a shooting star. What am I saying? And this is we buy second-hand cars like nobody's business. Those are the cars that we afford. Those are the cars that we love, and they're actually smart buying decisions. Why? Because sometimes you buy a car brand new, and as soon as it moves out of the dealership, that car has lost almost 30% of its value, which is different from these second-hand cars that we love. But with everything, there is advantages and disadvantages, and today I'm here to tell you 10 things that you need to consider, 10 things that you need to know whenever you are buying a second-hand car. I am carreviewszim, and thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for selecting this channel so that it becomes your premium destination for car buying advice, car advice in general, and everything to do with cars. Can also usati wasubscribe, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that you keep on getting more and of course more of the good stuff. And please press that notification bell so that every time that we upload a new video, you will be the first one to get notified. Right, let us get straight into our stories for today. No, not our stories per se, but into our issues for the day. We're talking about 10 things that you need to consider whenever you're buying a second-hand car. Number one, every second-hand car will have hidden problems. Some small, some big, some tiny, some huge. But you will find hidden problems. Why? Because it is a thing that has been used before. There are bound to be underlying issues that might be sometimes even the previous owner of that car might not even know. These issues were going on with their car. So you need to consider that. If you find, especially, the most reasonable ones, if you find a reasonable, hidden issue, you just need to know, every second-hand product that you buy, you are bound to find, some issues with it. So you need to be mindful of that. You find wear and tear. Obviously, because it is a second car, it is a second-hand car, it has been used before, you are bound to have wear and tear. Why? Because it has been used before. Wear and tear is as a result of something being used. So obviously, you will find wear and tear. And then moving on, outdated technology. Because it is a second-hand car, it was produced, for the time that it was bought. Most probably, maybe it's a 2010 car, it was produced in 2010, and if you buy it in 2015, there is newer technology, so you are bound to be stuck with fairly used technology, fairly old technology. So you need to consider that as well. You're not getting the most latest technology in a second-hand car. And then moving on, service history gaps, because us people are very different and are very diverse in ways that we take care of our belongings. So because you are bound, to get a car, service, so you need to also be mindful of that. I'm not getting the most perfect thing, and then moving on, suspicious mileage is something that you will meet. Sometimes you see a car looking like it has done 500,000 kilometers on the body, but the mileage is saying it has only done 50,000 kilometers. It's suspicious, and so no one wonder, but motor. You just need to be mindful and to just look at, is this body speaking to the mileage that is being talked about, or to the mileage that is on that car, so that housing uchiraskirwa nemari yako. And then expired warranties. I'm sure most people in Zimbabwe don't even care about warranty. Why? Because most of them buy second-hand cars, and second-hand cars don't come with warranty. So you need to consider that you are not getting warranty. You are not getting warranty when you buy a second-hand car. And then moving on, higher maintenance cost, because that car has been used for quite some time. You will know, this car will probably cost me more to repair than any car that I might get. So you need to be mindful of that. You need to be very, very careful. Why? Of those maintenance costs. Why? Because it's a car that has been used. it's not going to be the most efficient car that you can get, so you are bound to fork out more money in terms of maintenance. And then insurance prices, you will find out this car has like 10 years is too much, 10 years is too much, but maybe like 10 months or like 3 years, in terms of zimra arrears, in terms of my arrears mtero na insurance. So you need to be mindful of that as well. Why? Because no overlook all these things when buying these cars, but tenga motor debt mtero rapfura the value of the car. You don't want to get a car that is insurance debt that is larger or that is bigger than the value of that car. So you need to make sure that you consider that as well. And then moving on, registration or duty issues. Sometimes you might get a car that is already moving on Zimbabwean roads, but that has not been cleared in terms of custom. That has not been cleared in terms of duty. So you need to make sure that you really check and you really make sure that you get an expert to look into these things for you, because most of the average citizen does not know and does not have any business knowing how to check if the car's duty has been paid, if the car does not have any outstanding payments that it has not paid. So you need to make sure that you understand that. And then moving on, we have another issue, which is buyer's regret, buyer's remorse. Soon after buying a car, because you have bought a second hand, you are going to be frustrated by a few of these issues that you are going to be finding, these underlying issues that you're going to be finding, and you might get into a period of buyer's remorse, thinking that you have made a terrible decision or varo or something. But most of the time, it's not too varo, but because it's normal to have buyer's remorse. Why? Because wabuditsa mari, and people usually don't handle well issues to do with losing money. It's not losing money, but parting ways with their money. But if you have done due diligence, if you have done your research, and if you have taken the opportunity to get a good car, you will not suffer from those problems. I am carreviewszim, and thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for selecting me to be the person who gives you the best of the best when it comes to car advice, car buying advice, and anything to do with cars. Until we meet again, always remember that a prayer day keeps the devil away. Don't forget to pray, like, share, and subscribe.